You come to me on this, the day of my daughter's wedding, and you ask me to host a game show for knowledge. Hi, I'm your host father, Olivia Manning, and welcome to Scholastic Hi Q, the only show where knowledge rules. Today we've got two incredible teams. On the top we've got DuQuoin with Jonathan, Ben, Josie, and Hayden, and at the bottom we've got Mascoutah with Jackson, Clara, Chase, and Brayton. For those of you who do not know how the game works, I have in my hand a series of toss-up questions. I will ask these to the room. Either team can buzz in for the chance to win 10 points. A team that gets a toss-up question correct then moves on to a bonus round, which they can answer for 20 points, or if they get it wrong, the other team has a chance to steal for 10 bonus points. There are also math questions, media questions, lightning rounds, but we will get to all of those when we get to them. The most important thing that you need to know, my dear contestants, is the interruption rule. If at any point I am reading out a question and you interrupt me to give an answer, if you're right, you get your points and we move on with our day. If you are wrong, the other team gets 5 bonus points and the option to answer that question. So, if you're going to interrupt me, just make sure you're right. With all that out of the way, are we ready to Hi Q? Alrighty. On to our first toss-up. What country is currently led by Ahmed al-Shara, who captured the cities of Homs and Aleppo on his way to overthrowing Bashar Jackson?
Syria.
Syria is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Nobel Prize winners Paul Lauterbur and Peter Mansfield helped develop what imaging technique that uses radio waves and magnetic fields to make images?
Spectroscopy.
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
X-rays.
That is incorrect as well. We were looking for MRIs, magnetic resonance imaging, MRIs. No bonus points there. On to the next toss-up. What state, which hosts the world's largest balloon festival, is home to White Sands National Park and contains the cities of Santa Fe and Albuquerque?
New Mexico.
Jackson.
New Mexico.
New Mexico is correct. Your bonus question. Politician and General Arthur Wellesley is better known as the Duke of what place?
Wellington.
Wellington is correct. Our next toss-up. What film in which Denzel Washington plays the usurper Macrinus is a 2024 sequel directed by Ridley Scott that depicts combat? Brayton.
Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2 is correct. Your bonus question. What author wrote about hooligans called droogs who speak the fictional language Nadsat in his novel A Clockwork Orange?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
All right, we were looking for Burgess, Anthony Burgess. Our next toss-up. What material to which tension is applied via keying is a type of fabric stretched across a wooden frame by artists who make paintings on it? Josie.
Canvas.
Canvas is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. The Chateau Lake Louise is a luxurious hotel in what oldest national park in Canada, which is in the Rocky Mountains of Alberta?
No answer.
Mascoutah, your chance to steal.
Glacier Lake. Glacier Lake.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Banff National Park. Banff National Park. Our next toss-up. What politician succeeded Hannibal Hamlin as vice president and later became the first president to be impeached during his 1865 to 1869 tenure? Brayton.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Swedish chemist Svante Arrhenius defined acids as proton donors and bases as species that form what other ion?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
Hydroxide.
Hydroxide is correct. This is our first audio question of the game. Please turn your attention towards the speakers. This game series is a sci-fi first-person shooter. Jackson.
Halo.
Halo is correct. That is 10 points to Mascoutah for a correct audio question, but there are no bonus audio questions. It's just whatever shows up on the speakers. Back to our toss-ups. What devices, which like empennages may have stick wicks on their trailing edge, cause stalls at high angles of attack and provide lift to planes? Brayton.
Engines.
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to buzz in. Jonathan.
Wings.
Wings is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. What area of London provides the name of the mean time that forms the basis for coordinating universal time?
Greenwich.
Greenwich is correct. Our next toss-up. What Southern author wrote about Vardaman, who claims my mother is a fish, and Cash, who builds Addie Bundren's coffin in his novel As I Chase?
Faulkner.
Faulkner is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. In what southern city were 4 young girls murdered in the 1963 bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church by the Ku Klux Klan?
Birmingham.
Birmingham is correct. Our next toss-up. What tribe that controlled most of North Africa from AD 435 to 534 sacked Rome under King Gaiseric in 455 and lends its name to acts of destruction? Jackson.
Vandals?
Vandals is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What French sociologist posited egoistic and anomic forms of the title act in his pioneering 1897 study, Suicide?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
We were looking for Durkheim. Emile Durkheim is that sociologist. Back to our toss-ups. Stephanie Kwolek discovered what para-aramid polymer with a high tensile strength-to-weight ratio that makes it useful in bulletproof vests. Brayton.
Kevlar.
Kevlar is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What British author of the comic spy novel Our Man in Havana described the persecution of a Mexican whiskey priest in his book The Power and the Glory?
No answer.
Coin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
All right, we were looking for Green, Henry Graham Green. Our next toss-up. What state, which is home to a new NHL team named the Mammoth, is nicknamed Brayton?
Utah.
Utah is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. The sphincter of Oddi controls the flow of bile into what first section of the small intestine, which precedes the jejunum and ileum?
Duodenum.
That's correct. This is our first video question of the game, so please introduce yourselves to the television. This Pokemon is infamous for being weak and only Brayton.
Magikarp.
Magikarp is correct. That is 10 points to Mascoutah for a correct video question answered, but once again, there are no bonus video questions. It's just whatever shows up on the television. Our next toss-up. What British author wrote about a plague survived by Lionel in The Last Man and described Victor's creation of an artificial life form in Frankenstein? Chase.
Shelley.
Sorry?
Shelley.
Shelley is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. A basket of fruit and bread spills over in what Edouard Manet painting, in which 2 men converse while their nude female friend looks at the viewer?
Luncheon on the Grass.
That is correct. Our next toss-up. What devices, which name a vaporization cutting technique, have a gas variety that includes their helium neon type and emit coherent light as a beam? Jackson.
Laser?
Laser is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What country singer released the 2025 album I'm the Problem, which produced the hit singles Lies, Lies, Lies and Love Somebody?
Zach Bryan.
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen is correct. Our next toss-up. In what sport, played by Mallory Swanson, Sophia Smith, and Trinity Rodman, did the U.S. women's national team win the 2015 and 2019 World Cup? Brayton.
Soccer.
Soccer is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What quantum principle stating that no 2 fermions can share identical quantum numbers can be applied to pairs of electrons in an atom?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
The Pauli exclusion principle.
That is correct. Our next toss-up. What war, which was investigated by one side's Agranat Commission, began when Egyptian forces crossed the Suez Canal during a Jewish holy day in 1973? Brayton.
The Yom Kippur War.
That is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Dara Khosrowshahi is the CEO of what company, which ended its experiments with self-driving technology under its co-founder Travis Kalanick?
Tesla.
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
BMW.
That is incorrect as well. We were looking for Uber. Uber is that company. Our next toss-up. In 2025, what federal agency led by Lee Zeldin reversed its long-standing declaration that methane and other greenhouse gases threaten public health? Jackson.
EPA?
EPA is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. An invasion of Korea known as the Imjin War was launched by what second of Japan's great unifiers, who was followed by Tokugawa Ieyasu?
Nobunaga?
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
Sorry?
No answer.
Alrighty, we were looking for Hideyoshi, Totoyomi Hideyoshi. That is the name of that great unifier. This next question is another audio question, so please turn your ears toward the speakers once again. This series is a Japanese anime and manga that follows a young warrior on a quest to avenge his family and cure his sister, who's been transformed into a supernatural great.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer is correct. That is 10 points to Mascoutah for a correct audio question answered. Once again, no bonus audio questions, so back to our toss-ups. What identifiers have reserved blocks that start with 10 and 192.168 and are four-part addresses used to identify devices on a network? Brayton.
IP addresses.
IP addresses is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What phenomenon names a novel by Orhan Pamuk, a type of country in a novel by Yasunari Kawabata, and a crash in the title of a Neil Stevenson novel?
Snow country? Just snow? Yeah.
Snow.
Snow is correct. Our next toss-up. What Englishman wrote No Cross, No Crown while jailed in the Tower of London and founded a namesake colony for Quakers governed from Philadelphia? Brayton.
William Penn.
William Penn is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Dichloromethane, or CH2Cl2, has what property because its bonds result in a separation of positive and negative charge centers?
Polarized.
That is correct. Our next toss-up. What author, whose novel In Dubious Battle depicts a strike in California, wrote about George Milton's killing of his friend Lenny in Of Mice and Men? Chase.
Steinbeck.
Steinbeck is correct. Your bonus question. Gerlach in the High Tatras is the highest point in what mountain range of Eastern Europe, which forms a large bend in Romania?
Carpathian.
That is correct. Our next toss-up. What city, whose Bexiga neighborhood was once a hub for Italian migrants, is the most populous city in Brazil and is named after St. Paul? Josie.
Rio de Janeiro.
That is incorrect. Mascoutah, your chance to buzz in. Brayton.
Brasilia.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Sao Paulo. No bonus question there. On to our next toss-up. What country, whose independence was recognized by the Treaty of Cordoba, began fighting Spain after the Grito de Dolores issued by Miguel Hidalgo? Jonathan.
Portugal.
That is incorrect. Mascoutah, your chance to buzz in. Chase.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Lewis and Clark reached the Pacific Ocean after sailing down what West Coast river, which meets the Willamette River at Portland?
Columbia.
That is correct. Our next toss-up. What insects of genus Tibicin have males with abdominal tymbals that produce loud mating sounds and have a brood 13 that hatches every 17 years? Chase.
No answer.
Coin, your chance to buzz in. Ben.
Locusts.
That is incorrect. We were looking for cicadas. Cicadas are those insects. No bonus question there. What country, whose flag and coat of arms both depict a soapstone bird, was once called Rhodesia and is an African country governed Britain?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Gambling dominates the economy, of what special administrative region that was handed over from Portugal to China in 1999?
Macau.
Macau is correct. Our next toss-up. What veteran of Capaldino, who was exiled by the Black Guelphs, wrote La Vita Nuova about his love for Beatrice? Jackson.
Dante Alighieri.
Sorry?
Dante Alighieri.
That is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What religion, founded in Jamaica by poor black communities, believes in Africa as a spiritual homeland and follows the Ital diet?
Rastafarianism?
That is correct. That correct bonus question gets us into this episode's lightning round. The lightning round works a little differently than most questions. I now have in my hand a series of topics. Those topics each break down into 10 questions that a team may have to answer in a mere 60 seconds. DuQuoin, you have full choice on your topics. They are as follows: The Great Gatsby, short Q&A, counting in foreign languages, and emotions.
Great Gatsby.
Answer the following about the novel The Great Gatsby. DuQuoin, your 60 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1. Jazz age decade when the book was written.
The Roaring Twenties.
Correct. The book's author.
Scott Fitzgerald.
Correct. The book's narrator, who is Daisy's second cousin once removed.
Nick.
Correct.
Caraway.
Gatsby's first name.
Jay.
Correct. Color of the docklight that symbolizes Gatsby's dreams.
Green.
Correct. University that the narrator and Tom Buchanan attended.
Oxford.
Incorrect. Sport that Jordan Baker excels at.
Golf.
Correct. 3-word term for the huge dumping ground near the Wilsons' home.
Valley of Ashes.
Correct. Specific place in Gatsby's estate where Gatsby dies.
Pool.
Pool.
Correct. Gatsby's gangster associate who fixed the World Series.
Pass.
Gatsby's gangster associate who fixed the World Series.
Wolfsheim.
That is correct. You are out of questions, DuQuoin. The narrator and Tom Buchanan both attended Yale University. Other than that, fantastic lightning round and Mascoutah. Once again, your topics are as follows: short Q&A, counting in foreign languages, and emotions.
Emotions?
Name these people, places, or things that share their name with emotions or emotional states. Mascoutah, your 60 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1. Its pursuit is often grouped with life and liberty.
Happiness.
Correct. Species of Oscar who lives in a trash can on Sesame Street.
Grouch?
Correct. Last name of Courtney who married Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain.
Love.
Correct. With Serena, the name of the commander's wife in The Handmaid's Tale.
Pass?
Party whose subject is unaware of its planning.
Surprise.
Correct. Scraped or grated skin of a citrus fruit, such as orange or lemon.
Zest.
Correct. Saint in the title of a 2003 Metallica album.
Pass?
Bill Clinton's optimistic Arkansas hometown.
Pass?
HBO series starring Zendaya as Rue Bennett.
Euphoria.
Correct. North Carolina cape that names a classic 1962 thriller film.
Pass?
With Serena, the name of the commander's wife in The Handmaid's Tale.
Pass.
Saint in the title of a 2003 Metallica. You are out of time, Mascoutah. Serena Joy is the name of the commander's wife in Handmaid's Tale, so that answer was Joy. Saint Anger is the title of the 2003 Metallica album. We were looking for Anger. Hope, Arkansas is Bill Clinton's optimistic Arkansas hometown. And Cape Fear is that North Carolina cape that names a classic 1962 thriller film. A fantastic lightning round all around. Unfortunately, they can only last for about 120 seconds. So back to our toss-ups we go. What composer, whose third symphony is nicknamed the Organ Symphony, wrote movements like Fossils and The Swan for the Carnival of the Animals?
Camille
Jackson.
Saint-Saëns.
Sorry?
Camille Saint-Saëns.
That is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. Gertrude Stein detailed her years living in Paris in an autobiography of what other woman, Stein's lover and life partner?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
All right, we were looking for Alice Toklas, the autobiography of Alice B. Toklas. Our next toss-up. Dobson units measure concentrations of what molecule destroyed by CFCs and concentrated in a... Jonathan.
Ozone.
Ozone is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. Dean Kamen invented what brand of self-balancing two-wheeled personal transportation devices?
Hoverboard.
That is incorrect. Mascoutah, your chance to steal.
Moped.
That is incorrect as well. We were looking for segways. Segways. Our next toss-up. What confederacy, which signed the Treaty of Fort Stanwix with Britain, was composed of indigenous northeastern nations like the Oneida and Mohawk? Brayton.
Iroquois.
Iroquois is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. What symphony by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, his 41st and final symphony, is named for a Roman deity?
Jupiter.
That is correct. Our next toss-up is a math question, so pencil and paper ready. How many identical sectors does a circle have if each sector has a central angle measuring 20 degrees? Ben.
18.
18 is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. In 1698, Peter the Great enacted a 60 ruble tax on what symbols of Russia's lack of modernity, which inspectors were sent to destroy with scissors?
No answer.
Mascoutah, your chance to steal.
Beards.
Beards is correct. Our next toss-up. What world leader names the largest stadium in the world, a cricket venue in his home state of Gujarat that he has visited as Prime Minister of India? Brayton.
Modi.
Modi is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. A bitter woman undermines her family in Cousin Bet, a novel by what 19th century author who portrayed French society in his series, The Human Comedy?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
All right, we were looking for Balzac, Henri de Balzac. Our next toss-up. What fashion house, which originally made luggage trunks, makes Speedy and Alma bag designs decorated with a checkerboard pattern and the letters LV? Raven?
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah, is another math question, so pencil and paper ready, and that goes for you too, DuQuoin. What is the value of 2 raised to the 4th power? 2 raised to the 4th power plus 2 raised to the 5th power, all divided by 2 to the 3rd power.
6.
6 is correct. Our next toss-up is another math question, so pencil and paper ready. My goodness. What is the area of a rectangle whose width is 6 and whose height is twice the width? Jonathan.
72.
72 is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. The Hagia Sophia is a cathedral that later served as both a mosque and a museum in what former capital city?
No answer.
New York. Oh.
Regardless, that is incorrect. Mascoutah, your
Istanbul.
chance to steal.
Istanbul.
Istanbul is correct. Not Constantinople. Our next toss-up. What man, who is called morose by his nephew Fred, shows kindness to Bob Cratchit? Clara.
Scrooge.
Scrooge is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. The title character meets Charles Drouet, has an affair with George Hurstwood, and becomes a famous actress in what novel by Theodore Dreiser?
No answer.
DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
No answer.
We were looking for Sister Carrie. Sister Carrie is that novel. Our next toss-up. What 5-letter word describes a plasma wind that produces auroras and comes from the corona, and can also refer to eclipses that are not lunar? Jonathan.
Solar.
Solar is correct. Your bonus question, DuQuoin. In what country did Mount Lawurubi Laki Laki on the island of Flores erupt twice in 2025?
Hawaii.
That is incorrect. Mascoutah, your chance to steal.
Philippines.
Philippines is incorrect. We were looking for Indonesia. Indonesia is that country. Our next toss-up. What situation, which can be natural for public utilities that have high fixed costs, exists when a single firm controls the entire supply? Jackson.
Monopoly.
Monopoly is correct. Your bonus question, Mascoutah. A function has what property if its graph is the same after being rotated 180 degrees around the origin, as in the function f of x equals negative x?
Even.
That is incorrect. DuQuoin, your chance to steal.
Odd.
Odd is correct.
I wasn't sure.
Our next toss-up. Just kidding! That ding-dong means that we are out of time for today's episode of Scholastic Hi Q. Our winners today are Mascoutah. A huge round of applause for the team of Mascoutah, but also the team of DuQuoin for being here for this amazing episode of Hi Q. Once again, I am your host, Olivia Manning, reminding you that here at Scholastic Hi Q, knowledge rules. Let the music play.